Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Raila Amolo Odinga, the Azimio leader, is in South Africa to grace the inauguration ceremony of Cyril Ramaphosa, who was elected for a second time as the president of South Africa. And the deputy president of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, also went to South Africa representing William Ruto in that very ceremony. And it caught my attention because Deputy Rigathi Gachagua and Raila Amolo Odinga have never met in a forum outside the country. They have met in forums that have been organized within the country. This is what Rigathi Gachagua said as he was updating Kenyans on the progress of that journey, that it was a pleasure seeing Azimio leader Raila Odinga also attending this important occasion. Kiambu Senator Karungo Wathangwa, his Kajiado counterpart Seki Lenku, our High Commissioner to South Africa Jane Durumo, among other leaders accompanied me. Rigathi Gachagua took a photo of this video here.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's our honor and privilege to welcome heads of state and government and their representatives. Please welcome His Excellency Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga, former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya.
So that is how Raila arrived in South Africa. Rigathi Gachagua, as I've said, is representing William Samoei Ruto. But Raila Amolo Odinga has got a long-standing relationship with Cyril Ramaphosa. They are long-time friends. And this meeting, to me, is very significant because Rigathi Gachagua and Raila Amolo Odinga are buddies who don't see eye to eye. After the elections of 2022, which Raila believed was stolen, Rigathi Gachagua kept on attacking Raila Amolo Odinga. He even said that he had placed checks and balances in State House so that should Raila appear there, he was going to kick him out because according to him, Raila wanted to get to get into the government through the back door. Even recently, Rigathi seemed annoyed that William Ruto and Raila were somehow working together. Rigathi is one person who had confessed that he's the one who was in charge of the demonstrations that took away the lives of Raila supporters. And is one person who, if you ask most of Raila supporters, they don't want Rigathi Gachagua because of his utterances and his abrasive manner of politics. It is also coming at a time when, despite all this, Raila declared that he can work with Rigathi Gachagua. He actually said that since the government is supporting his bid to becoming the African Union Commission chairperson, Rigathi is the second in command, and so there's nothing wrong if they work together. As if that's not enough, Rigathi is at loggerheads with his boss, William Samoei Ruto. It is in public domain that they are not reading from the same script. And at some point, Rigathi was being threatened from those who are allied to William Ruto that they could impeach him. And for you to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, you must need the threshold number in parliament. And that threshold can only be achieved if Azimio supporters support those who are allied to William Ruto. Paul Mwangi, who is Raila Amolo Odinga's close ally and Raila Amolo Odinga's lawyer, stated very categorically that if there's any person who is planning to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, then they should not count on the opposition side. He actually maintained that Rigathi has a tenure of office and that office is protected. Thereby, somehow declaring their support to Rigathi Gachagua in the midst of their differences. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that this meeting would be very significant. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you, and give this video a like so that it can be recommended to many people. Help us share our videos. And to all our subscribers and our supporters, thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me, and if I were in the shoes of Rigathi Gachagua, or if I were in the team that is supporting Rigathi, we would use that opportunity to apologize to Raila Amolo Odinga. Why? Raila is a senior politician in this country, and Raila somehow determines the trajectory that politics is taking. He has been relevant. He has remained relevant in subsequent regimes. In Moi, he was relevant. He's the one who broke away from KANU and took with him Kamodo, the former Secretary General. He took away Saitoti, the late. He took away Kalonzo. He walked out with a chunk of leaders from KANU. He actually broke KANU. He's been there with Kibaki. He's been there with the Uhuru and now in Ruto government. Tell me any other politician that has remained as relevant as Raila Amolo Odinga. Many politicians would vie, either they lose or win and they become irrelevant. Raila has remained relevant. So Rigathi Gachagua will either today or in the next, in future days, will need Raila Amolo Odinga in his quest to become the president of this country. For that to happen, Rigathi must apologize to Raila Amolo Odinga for the atrocities that he meted together with this regime on Azimio supporters, for all the things that he said about Raila Amolo Odinga. Because between Rigathi and Raila Amolo Odinga, who needs each other the most? It is Rigathi Gachagua. So it is important that he takes that opportunity to apologize to Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila is a man who is very magnanimous. His magnanimity has been proved. I have maintained on this channel that he's working with people who stole his votes is a demonstration that Raila is magnanimous. I remember a story that was given by Isaac Hassan. Isaac Hassan is one of the people who are in Raila's black book, having stolen his victory. But one day they met in a flight. And Isaac Hassan gives us a story that Raila realized that there was a seat that was unoccupied. After asking the flight attendant whether that seat was free, the flight attendant nodded in the positive, and Raila went and sat next to Isaac Hassan. They talked at length, and Raila registered his disappointment that lawyer Ahmed Nasir, who was representing IEBC then, called Raila a perennial loser. And Raila told Isaac Hassan, I didn't like that. Isaac Hassan apologized, and in that story, Isaac Hassan says, I purchased a cologne just to appease Raila. And Raila forgave him, and Raila does not catch feelings. He's proved that over and over again. And with that, Rigathi Gachagua can count on Raila and apologize, mzee pole, because in politics, there are no permanent enemies, neither do we have permanent friends, only interests. If your interests concur, then that is it, you work together. So I feel he should apologize. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua has constantly maintained and given us the idea that he's looking for Uhuru Kenyatta. They come from the same tribe. They speak the same language. They are the two senior most leaders in Central, in Mount Kenya. But the fact that he continues saying this in public means that he has never gotten access to Uhuru Kenyatta. And so, all people know that Rigathi Gachagua was full of himself when they took over power. He attacked Uhuru Kenyatta in their inauguration ceremony, just like Cyril Ramaphosa was being inaugurated or taking oath of office. When that opportunity arrived, Rigathi Gachagua attacked Uhuru Kenyatta. He has regretted those statements because they are now saying that it was William Ruto who charged him to talk ill about his brother. They went ahead and attacked his Northland farm. Rigathi did not protect Uhuru Kenyatta when his mother was being harassed, when his son was being harassed, when his businesses and property were being taken over. To date, they are still, we do not know, they still want Jubilee Party for themselves. But it seems Rigathi Gachagua wants to meet Uhuru Kenyatta. This is an opportunity, if he cannot get him directly, to talk to Raila Amolo Odinga, to connect him to Uhuru Kenyatta and apologize, because he's saying that Uhuru should unite Mount Kenya so that they move together. This is an opportunity. If he cannot get Uhuru Kenyatta directly, he can go through Raila Amolo Odinga, because Uhuru listens to Raila, Raila listens to Uhuru. I remember when Raila was staging demonstrations, at some point Uhuru would talk to him and he listened. So it is an opportunity to apologize on behalf, apologize to Uhuru and seek for attention. Raila can hold his hands and they meet. Number three, Rigathi Gachagua is a man who is unwanted in this government now. William Ruto has proved it, because junior politicians like the majority chief whip Silvanus Osoro, majority leader in the National Assembly Kimani Chungwa, cabinet secretaries Moses Kuria, and many other people in this government are attacking Rigathi on his quest to unite Mount Kenya, on his position that he supports one man, one shillings, one vote. And this is the moment that he can take this moment and talk to Raila to help him. Raila has already maintained that they can work together, and through the lawyer, Raila has maintained that they are not going to be part and parcel of all this war. They will not support in case they bring a motion of impeachment. So this is the time that they can talk, because Raila is supporting one man, one shilling, one vote. At least they have something that they can talk about. If Rigathi is wise enough, this is the time that you start amending fences, because I said either today or in the future, Rigathi would want Raila Amolo Odinga. He might even want to be a deputy president, to be a running mate in case William Ruto abandons him for another Kikuyu, either for Ndindi Nyoro or Oran Waiguru or any other person. For him to do that, he must start endearing himself to Raila. That is a golden opportunity that they will meet in South Africa. He should grab that opportunity, just the same way he grabbed the slogan of a villager. He should grab that opportunity to talk to Raila, because they will be there alone. They can meet in some hotel. They can meet. He must look for Raila, because I know they have their contacts. The last time I saw them meeting together was in Mombasa. They met in some, was it a train or aeroplane? But they met. So if I were Rigathi Gachagua, or if I was advising Rigathi, I would tell him to start making. This is how coalitions are born, because we will soon face realignments. Rigathi, if he wants to finish Ruto politically, Raila must be at the center. And Ruto knows that for him to finish Rigathi, Raila must be at the center. And who knows, Rigathi is a politician. He's ambitious. He should grab that opportunity, talk to Raila, and even talk about a possible coalition. Simply put, those are just my thoughts, because this is an opportunity of these two senior Kenyans meeting in South Africa, and they can make good of it. Rigathi Gachagua rushed, because when Raila went there, I thought he would have waited for a moment, maybe as they were greeting each other, to share the photos. If they don't meet, then we will know that maybe something is wrong. And that is my take.